Hey everybody, Scout Crafter here again. Today we're going to be talking about nice screwdriver restoration, but with some color added. And I know you probably think red right off the bat because that apparently I've done a few projects with that color. But to be truthful, I like all colors. It just so happens that when I was growing up, we didn't have a lot of money. So even like my bicycles, I didn't get a new bicycle till I was 10 or 11 years old, and that was the only one I was able to pick out the color. And it was this
Yeah,
one.
I know. I look the same, but isn't that nice? That Schwinn copper tone Stingray. Beautiful, right?
So in today's project, I'd like you to stick around to the end. I posed a question at the end of the video, and I'd like to see what you think. Thanks very
Okay,
much.
today's project, you know I'm a big screwdriver fan, and this has to be one of the ugliest. I don't know what they were thinking when they made this screwdriver. It is the most uncomfortable screwdriver you could ever imagine. All these rims dig into any part of your hand, and I can't even imagine putting any torque on this. No wonder it was used as a chisel more than it was a screwdriver. It was just, I don't know what that. You know the perfect handle? This is the opposite of the perfect handle screwdriver. However, that being said, I do feel that there's something visually appealing about the screwdriver. I don't know what it is. I have more than one of these. And I want to do something because I have so many of these, and this one's kind of beat up. This one has all kinds of rust. The grind on here, look at that. It's just horrible. Somebody was, grinding it all over the place with that. They took it on a grinding wheel, and you could see all the dents. Look at the back. It was pounded on. It's mushroomed up here. You could see the sides are all, and it's bent. You could see it's bent to the left there if you look down here. Let me see if we can focus there. You see it's bent to the left, and then over here, if we flip it around, it's bent to the right. It goes straight, and then it bends to the right. So we're going to straighten it out. First, we're going to straighten it out, see what we can do with this ugly screwdriver. Okay, here's our post-wire brush evaluation. We cleaned it up. We didn't experience anything new that we didn't see before it, so no cracks or anything, but we did get it nice and straight on the dake, so now it's straight, well, as straight as we can get it. It is a weird shaped screwdriver, but it's not bent anymore. And now we'll take it to the grinder and start getting rid of all this years of and the bad forgings, and this is just an ugly screwdriver.
Okay, we're about an hour into the grind and everything. Everything is looking really nice, and it's coming away. Now, if you look here, I see this, it's a H in a diamond, and that is Herbrand. That's their maker mark. That's their trademark. And my buddy over at Dano's Toolbox, he knows a lot about Herbrand, but that's the company that made this screwdriver. So you could see, but it's coming real nice, and let's keep working on it.
Okay, we are finished with our grinding, buffing. Everything looks beautiful, doesn't it? Look at the cap on here. Everything really nice. And now what we're going to do, we washed it, cleaned it, and we're going to put some paint in here. Now, I've been thinking about it. Now, because of the surface area, how much there is, if you put a color that's very outstanding, like red, it'll really, it kind of competes with the rest of the screwdriver. So you want something that's subtle, but still shows a little bit of a flair to it. So I wanted to do it in this. Now, I don't know if you ever seen this before. Years ago in the 60s, there was something called candy apple. Candy apple red, candy apple green, candy apple blue. And what that was, it's a base coat of a silver followed by a clear coat of whatever color you want. Red, green, orange, blue, and I used to restore a lot of bicycles, things. I love candy apple. I mean, it's such a beautiful color. So I want to do this in a candy apple yellow. So two reasons I want to do it in that, because number one, I love the color, and two, I'd like to piss off the pretentious purists who are out there and feel that you know, that every item that we do should be left alone, you know. So let's get to it. Let's see what we can do with this. I'm going to warm these up in some warm water and then get to spraying. We got to do the base coat first of silver. Okay, here we have the base coat, and you can see that it's a silver base coat. And what we did is we wiped this off here because we want the polish to show through on the edges. But it's a base coat, and you have a lot of different options now on what colors you could spray over that. And depending on how thick you put it on is how dark the color will be. So that's it's a lot of fun. I love candy. So let's get to now. Here are some of the awesome colors that you can pick out that I have, but there are other ones. Here is like a purple. This is a blue. This is a red. Here's a yellow and a green. And you could pick out any one of these colors. They really do come out nice. It gives a rich, and I hope it works out well, because I don't want to give the product a bad rep. But I mean, I've used it before. It works great. So now let's do the color coat. We did the base coat. Let's do the color coat. Okay, so we're done with the spraying here, and you can see how the candy comes out, and it's a reflective paint, so it shows the casting on the inside. And I put it on deep enough so that it would come out a dark yellow. Or it's I don't know, this is where you have to sit here and I look at it and I say, do I like it or do I not like it? But let's look at how the tip came out. You know, everything reground, the tip, everything's polished, nice and shiny, the whole thing. And it, you know, it's definitely not an ugly screwdriver anymore. Visually interesting, correct? You got to agree that. Visually interesting, whether or not you like the yellow, but that could be any color. It could be green, blue, red. But let me know what you think. All right, thanks very much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this one. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.